Alright guys, we got us a game versus Danny today. Let's go ahead and get right into this team preview. Alright, so I'm not going to tell you too much of what I'm up to, because that'll spoil the surprise, right? I'm a very surprising Nidoking set. I try to bluff two of my Mons. My Feraligatr is very odd. Charizard is something very, very special for you guys. And before we get started with this, I want to just appreciate all of you guys, all of you wonderful, wonderful individuals for being so supportive. We have hit our 1K view mark in less than 30 days. That's absolutely insane, guys. Like, it's not even imaginable or fathomable to me that we have gotten this far this fast. And I just want to thank each and every person, especially to the last couple of people who've subscribed and have recently checked out the content, and really, really wonderful comments from you guys and just a bunch of support. So, I just faced a Dialga team, and now this is kind of scary. We've got ALAKZAM and Empoleon, Luxray, Torterra, Infernape, and Palkia. So, Zapdos is incredible versus this team. I U-turn on Alakazam, I Volt Switch on several other things, and I've got a really nice surprise for Torterra later on. Infernape, I'm not too worried about either, just because I do have Feraligatr who can take whatever hit from it that it would like. Palkia, on the other hand, I'm absolutely mortified of. Of course, I mean, it could be Scarfed, it could have... I don't see any rain support going on here, so that's good. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and lead with Luxray. I could tell you guys horror stories about Choice Scarf Luxray, but you guys didn't come here for that. You guys came here for a battle. I'm going to go ahead and be leading with my Zapdos. I am a little tad bit worried about Ice Fang. I won't get the static because he is an electric type. I want to see if he's like Life Orb, Flame Orb, anything like that. Since his Flame Orb isn't automatically activated, it won't do an absolute ton of damage. If he wants to protect and activate his Flame Orb on turn 1, that is fine. If not, I can just U-turn on Luxray, predicting a switch, or whatever he would like to do. That's completely okay. He decides to stay in with Luxray, which tells me he wants to attack straight out. Not sure if it's for Ice Fang, or if he wants to go for a different set of coverage move. What I decide to do in this particular circumstance is go out to Illuminaria for a couple of reasons. Illuminaria does not care too much. I want to see if he's got superpower. Guys, remind me, Sword and Shield transfer moves are not a thing. This thing does... Okay, it's Life Orbed. No. Damage from recoil. I was curious. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Foul Play. This thing definitely has enough attack. He's going to go ahead and go for Discharge. I'm not sure. I guess you just want the paralysis on Umbreon that badly. I'm going to go ahead and Foul Play. It brings him down to low abysmal health. And I'm going to go ahead and Wish. Luckily, he does not have superpower. But we cannot take a Wild Charge from that range. That's crazy. Luxray putting in the finest of work right off the bat, taking out Umbreon. But he does. It is a double down. He does have to go down here. Now, I want to bluff my opponent really hard right here. I'm going to go out into Nidoking. I want to bluff Choice Scarf really, really strongly at the beginning of this game, because bluffing Scarf is amazing, especially the fact that I'm going to bring it out on Alakazam on a U-turn from Zapdos later on to try to threaten him into being a Choice Scarf. Now, the thing is with the Magic Guard, Stealth Rocks isn't going to affect this thing at all. What I decide to do here is, now that my Illuminaria is gone, I know he thinks this thing is an amazing threat. But what I'm going to do now is go directly out into Metagross, who doesn't mind too much whatever this thing wants to go for, which it won't be Shadow Ball. He just goes for a straight-up Psychic. I can take the combination of Psychic and Shadow Ball. I am bulky Metagross. The only thing I want to happen right now is simply to get this Meteor Mash damage and bring him to a revengeable range with something else on my team like Zapdos, or possibly make the double switch into... Oh, he's going to go out into this thing. That's fine. You're not going to appreciate Mash. I'm not sure if I'm interested in taking a Flare Blitz here. I could go out into Zapdos and hope to get the Para. I don't exactly have a good way to get into this. Shuckaberry could activate. He doesn't have rocks on board, so what I'm going to do is naturally Charizard resists everything that he wants to go for. I'm going to swap out the Charizard. I'm going to predict the Stealth Rocks. Luxray's gone. I'm going to go out to my shiny Charizard. Beautiful. Shoutouts to both Angel of the Night and Corey. Goes for Blast Burn! So he is obviously having absolutely none of my nonsense. But this is going to enable me to go for a Dragon Dance, and I didn't actually see a bunch of priority on his team. I am not at all wasting this opportunity, simply because he's not in Blaze range. He could possibly have been Focus Sashed at one time. I don't know if he is Stone Edge, but I'm not taking the risk. I'm just going to go straight up for the Earthquake and eliminate this threat out of my face. No more monkey business. Get off my playing field. By the way, I really have to appreciate... This is not mine, by the way. I have to appreciate the dark purplish blue wings, the indigo wings, if you will, and the indigo mouth, along with the light blue body. I wish the tail was like white or light blue. It would definitely make the texture look really good. So that's the thing. I'll have more surprises coming. He's going to bring in Torterra. Now keep in mind, guys, Torterra is really bulky. I can't roost because he'll just quake. So what I decided to do instead is just go straight up for a +1 Flare Blitz. I doubt he's taking this. He is not. Torterra is out of the picture. We are going to take a lot of that residual damage. We're probably going to be brought very, very low. Yes, on 29, unfortunately. Wonder what he's going to want to go into. But I've taken down Infernape and a Torterra, and I really, really took the time to put the fire in my favor on that Blast Burn turn. It comes Empoleon. Man, I love the bubble animation you got going on, but I'm afraid, my guy, you have to take this Earthquake. I don't think it's going to kill even at +1. It is not. It's going to bring him down to Revengeful range. He's probably just going to go for a Scald. He goes for Hydro Pump. He does not get the miss. That would have been funny if he would have missed. So we're going to add some more blue to my color here with the Hydro Pump and take out Dratadius. Dratadius, you did freaking wonderful. You brought Empoleon to a very Revengeful range, so that was nice. You just put in a bunch of work. So now I'm going to go directly out into this thing. I don't want him to know exactly how I'm set up at this time. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Volt Switch and go ahead and eliminate this Empoleon from the game. Offensive Empoleon can be very, very frustrating after the Torrent boost. I'm not interested in taking a boosted Hydro Pump, so down this thing goes. I have Switch Initiative because I'm the one that went for the Volt Switch, so what I'm going to do now is go right out into Nidoking. Again, I want to bluff the Choice Scarf as hard as I can by going back into it. The only reason... there's a very common practice of people using Scarfers on a double switch or like a Volt turn. Usually if it's a Volt Switch or a U-turn, you're either going into a slower Mon or you're going into a Mon with a Choice Scarf. He brings in Palkia. Now comes the threat. I want him to believe I'm Scarfed, but I'm pretty sure he's Scarfed the way he brought it in. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I can take water attacks from this thing, even with its other orb. I'm going to go out into Feraligatr. I would like to get a fake Tears on this thing, because that would mean that my Volt Switch for my Choice Specs Zapdos would do a bunch of damage. And this works out perfectly, because he goes Hydro Pump. And Feraligatr takes that so fantastically. I'm going to go ahead and go for some fake Crocodile Tears, if you will. I know this is going to catch him completely off guard. I know he wouldn't be expecting this. I'm going to live the Spatial Rend because Feraligatr is a beast. Living it on 55. Come on, fake Tears. Yes! Some Crocodile Tears. Fantastic. Go ahead and bring this thing down. What I also could do as well, I could go into Metagross. But I kind of want to save it just to get that last ditch between Volt Switch and Psychic. I'll actually probably Psychic first, just to bring it down a little bit more. As I went for Fake Tears, I just want a little bit of damage on this thing if I do live in Earth Power, and I do not. So Feraligatr does go down. Really good prediction on my opponent's part, predicting me to go into the Metagross on those resisted hits. So that was a very good play on his part. I'm going to go ahead now and go into Metalfoes. And Metalfoes has the Shuckaberry, so I am more than prepared for the Earth Power. I am very, very curious. I'm going to go ahead and go for Magnet Rise right now as he goes for the Earth Power. I eat my Shuckaberry. That's going to enable me now to take advantage of the Fake Tears special defense drop. And for 5 turns, I'm floating on Electromagnetism. I'm going to do some Magneto shenanigans and levitate in the air. God, the song Levitating just came to mind. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Psychic now that he is... he goes for another Earth Power. I guess he's not sure what Magnet Rise does, but that's fine. That doesn't quite kill him, unfortunately. He will be at very, very low health. I will be very, very happy if we take down this Palkia, because I was super worried about this thing. He goes for Aura Sphere. He's just throwing all kind of special attacks at this max bulk Metagross. Please take him down. Oh, he lives on what must be Abysmal Zero. Abysmal Zero. And that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and KO with the Grass Knot just because I want to reveal that I'm carrying it. Aura Sphere is going to bring me down to like 20, 11. Well, I guess that makes me the best because I have 2 ones. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and kill Palkia off with a Grass Knot. And now, Metalos's Metal Foes. So, Metal Foes is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. So, Metagross, Metal Foes. So, that's kind of where I was going with it. ALAKZAM is not at a revengeable range anymore. I'm very curious how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to have to rely on Zapdos's Specs Thunderbolt to bring it down. I might actually have to U-turn on it, I'm not sure. I'm definitely at a revengeable range from this thing. He's just going to go for a Psychic. One of he's carrying the Shadow Ball. Nidoking will definitely go down to this thing. I wonder if he's sashed. I would really like you not to be sashed. Like, I would really like that a lot. I know that's probably not in the cards, but I would really like you not to be sashed. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Specs Thunderbolt. I actually outspeed ALAKZAM. That is insane. And he goes for a Future Sight. So now, I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for a Psychic anyway. I want to end this with some serious style. I'm going to go ahead and go out into not ALAKZAM. I'm going to go into my own Nidoking, which I have the Sucker Punch, which he does not know yet. And he's going to go ahead and just go directly for the Recover. Very interesting play. He does not have Sash for sure, so that's great. And I can finish this off with the style that I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and go for an Earthquake. He's going to definitely kill me off with the Psychic, but Nidoking also outspeeds and takes the win, guys. I wanted to go ahead and finish this off with a Choice Specs Hyper Beam for style points. I hope you guys have enjoyed that game. Thank you, Danny, for the match. If you guys enjoyed, drop a comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, an extra special thanks to all of you wonderful folks for all of the support. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Also, if you like that Charizard color, you have to give a like. Thanks!